two different snowballs.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna stand in here.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Maybe make it a little bit lower, even.
Lower.
I guess. Turn it so that H is out. Boom.
Wait, what if I did like a big reveal where I'm like here and I'm like?
No, that's not. I mean,
Okay.
they see that they're balloons, right?
They're balloons. They
That's
get
what
it.
they are.
They get the
They
picture.
This is
Why
going
is
to
that?
require some
What is this
major editing.
sorcery?
Yeah, you want to blow it up right now? Don't
Huh?
you know about the Hindenburg went up because of static electricity? I saw Bracken having a cow on you guys because you guys had those all so close together back there. He was internally yelling.
Internally?
You got to keep them far away from each other.
Oh yeah, we
If you rub up against each other,
That's right. We
how you
forgot to
get
move
them.
them.
Kapowie.
Kapowie.
Kablooey. Kaboom!
Kaboom.
Okay, whatever.
Kablow.
Kablow.
Boom.
Oh, God. Okay.
It looks like it. I think that they can read it. Helium.
Huh?
It keeps moving. Now it's facing over.
My
Hungry.
students can read it, but yours can't. Remember
No.
that joke? Your students can't read.
So funny.
Oh, these poor kids.
We'll do this one.
Huh?
Can you read the H?
It's fine. We're just gonna say we got hydrogen and we got helium. You know which way? Okay, so that's like diagonal. This is like right here. Okay, remember that? Left, right, diagonal, up, down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
I was just saying. I was trying to be confusing them on purpose about the directions because we didn't know what they were before.
All right, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Oh, we're gonna talk about how hydrogen and helium are different.
Okay. All right. Welcome back to the second semester. This is our first lab day of the second semester. And so because we don't have you guys in school, we wanted to do a little demonstration for you guys instead. We did this a little bit at the beginning of the year as kind of just a fun demonstration, but now we want to describe some of the science behind it. What do we have here, Mr. Pilcher?
Well, over here on your left is a hydrogen balloon, and on your right is a helium balloon. And we're going to sort of see how these two elements react differently during today's lab demo.
Perfect. Dr. Yates, you want to explain some differences between hydrogen and helium for us?
Well, if you look at your periodic table, like we have behind us on the screen, we kind of have hydrogen and helium out there in the first row. They're first, what's our first row called? Our first period.
Nice.
They're in our first period, and hydrogen's on the left side, helium's on the right. But notice there's only two elements in that first period. Only two elements in the first period. And that's what makes this significant as we look at the other elements in the periodic table and whether they were an alkali metal or an inert gas on the right-hand side. Right? There's only two elements. We have a left and a right. And that's what we're showing here. Just in that first row, there's only two of them, not 8 or 18 as we get farther down on the periodic table.
Perfect.
And we're going to make a difference, show you the difference. What does it mean to be on the left side of the table versus the right side of the table?
So a lot of this, we're going to do this demonstration earlier, and we'll be able to reference this back more as we talk about the different trends on Monday's lecture and as we talk about the electron configuration on Tuesday's lecture. But so if we show you this now, we can then reference back to this. So you guys had said, now we know why the trends are and why these are located where they are.
Yep.
Another reason why, for you history buffs, we also like to throw in a little bit of history here. So you will see both of our balloons are floating. So sometimes people wonder, why can't I use hydrogen in my birthday balloons and why should I be using helium? One example would be the Hindenburg.
Oh, yeah.
Behind us, who was a very interesting historical moment. They filled up a giant balloon, and you can see compared to the Goodyear blimp, how much bigger the Hindenburg was. It was a German vessel, aeronautical vessel, if you will. And they filled it up with hydrogen instead of helium. And then it had a very bad day one day when it built up too much static electricity on the outside of it, and it caught on fire. One of the interesting things is that they did have a smoking lounge inside there, which when you see what we do with the balloons is going to be interesting here. And it flew all over the world. And then had a very tragic day on May 6th in 1937, where 36 people died, and it burnt, the whole entire thing burnt in 34 seconds. And once you see how we're doing the demonstration, you would understand why it was probably not the best idea to use hydrogen in the Hindenburg, and maybe they should have used helium.
Which is an inert gas.
An inert gas.
Oh,
Fantastic.
dropping new terms.
And so the first balloon we're going to work with today is going to be our helium balloon. Helium, if you remember on your periodic table, is over here on the right-hand side, top of the right-hand side. And what do we call that most right column? We call that the inert. They're inert chemicals. They're the noble gases. Inert meaning what? Inert meaning they do not react.
No reaction.
So
No
if
reaction.
you put a flame to an inert gas, it shouldn't really do a whole lot.
Other than pop.
The balloon.
So these are helium, and this is your inert gas. Ready?
I'm gonna pop mine first.
No.
Oh!
All right.
Not too much there with the inert helium gas.
So now, if you look on the top left-hand corner of your periodic table where hydrogen is, it's hanging out in the same group as the alkali metals, which are known for being very reactive. So unlike the inert, non-reactive helium noble gas balloon that didn't really do a whole lot, these should be a little more exciting. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the lights here in a moment to really get you guys that great shot of what a hydrogen balloon will do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my lights off the magic snapper. Now we're going to go ahead and light. Oh, goodness. I always get so nervous. I don't like, just feel nervous. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 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 I don't like this. Oh! I hit it like 3 times. Oh, it makes me so nervous. I don't like that.
Some of us don't know chemistry, Mr. Pilcher.
All right, turn that.
I know the chemistry. It's just scary.
All right, so what we hope you got out of this demonstration is that there is a
Things
difference.
on fire.
We're okay. Is that there are major differences between reactive and inert elements. Mr. Pilcher's going to take a moment between inert and reactive elements. And so we're going to be able to reference this again as we do our lectures next week. So thank you guys very much. Good luck on your quiz tomorrow. Let us know if you have any questions.